Again, I just want to say one more last thing on Creflo and the capitalization of things. You got to just remember, if they see you prospering, when they ask Creflo about the jet, and he said, well, if I had enough money to go to the moon to preach the gospel, I'm going to preach the gospel. I get his intention. But unless you, through the law of stewardship, been faithful over Jerusalem, over America, there is no way you going to the moon. That's the principle here. The people that were asking the questions about the $50 million jet were offended. So if you don't win them and win them all, that is, how you going to give, God going to give you another planet? The bottom line is this. They were coming to see, and the answers were, I sell books and tapes and have business. However, even with Jake's, but the bottom line is, in the end, you guys, they didn't tell them about the $10,000 gifts that they get from the people, offerings, gifts, after they preach, because that is in our thing. Never should have been there, but nevertheless, that's the honorarium gifts that we get for preaching. They get for preaching. Bottom line is this. That is still connected to the people. If you say I got it through tithes, it is still connected to the people. If you say I got it through books and tapes, it is still connected to the people. So if you say I didn't get any money from the people and make it look like I got it from my own business, if you're lucky to say that, that's one thing. But if you got anything to deal with them people, you better remember the prophet Samuel. At the end of his ministry, he said, I have not even taken a shoe latch from you guys, so you won't say you made me rich. Abraham did the same thing. Paul did the same thing. So I'm saying in this day and age, based on three things, tithing connected to the people. They don't understand why you left the widow out, but nevertheless, you can live off tithing. The priest has that right. Now, the bottom line, if he's going to get offerings too, that's another thing. The offering should be for the saints. That way, when they come to see how much you got something in line for the saints to relieve them. Number three, if you say I got it from books and tapes, then they're going to say, well, that's connected to the people, or you're capitalizing off of, because you have the advantage. You have the opportunity to take advantage of the people and sell your books and tapes, which Jesus clearly said don't have around my temple because it's a house of prayer. We're in trouble anywhere it go. The only way out of this, to bring away that reproach, to reap in more harvest and earn credibility that was lost through the excess of one member living lavish and large, connected to the principle of multiplication to the body of Christ, and not it is fully disclosing how you really got your money, so that the rest of the members can maybe do what you did and just blame it on the tithe, when now the gap between the preachers that preach that and the gap between the poor and the rich in the church is bigger than ever. You got 3 mansions and then they catch the girl on the bus stop, and she goes, I need a ride home with 3 kids. She's a new member, she tithes, but she's got nothing. They'll think you're kidding us. They're going to say, man, you're capitalizing. You're doing what we do. We have a product, we sell it, we make money. How can they tell the difference between the world's way of doing things and God's way of doing things if we're not sharing and proving our love for one another by directing the money, not for us to preach the gospel, but demonstrate the gospel by the love that we have for one another? It will remove the reproach. God bless you. Project Restoration. Jeremiah 23 hoods. Love you. No problem. Forgive me for my tone, elders. I am just a member on the front line, and I've heard the pimp stories, and I'm saying we got to answer these cats because they're dying in our streets. God bless you.